Welcome back to the Real and Wheels podcast. As you can see, Leon is not here yet. He is running late, but he will be with us. We told you we're gonna bring you special guests. We said, that's my bell going. That's him right now. We told you we're gonna bring you special guests, and we are bringing you a very special guest. We have Nico Ali. Walsh. He's 5-0 with 4 knockouts. People will know him as Muhammad Ali's grandson, but he's his own man too. Yes. And that's what this show today is about. It's about finding out who he is as a person, and not only being the grandson of the greatest of all time. Nico, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Well, good, man. We're blessed. We're blessed and well.
Appreciate you jumping on the show.
I appreciate you guys having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, man.
So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna jump right in.
Let's do it.
I want you to. We're not gonna bore you. We want to get into something interesting. Who are you listening to right now? Who's number one on your playlist? Top 2 artists.
Ooh. Honestly, I have waves of Drake when when Drake comes into the picture. Right now, it's been a lot of Drake. There was a lot of Drake before the fight because I create playlists for every fight.
Yeah.
So it was Drake, and Kid Cudi's always there. So I want to say Drake.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Kid Cudi in a while.
Kid Cudi now, his new project.
Never crazy music.
Okay.
So you're more on the chill vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I hear you. Okay, I wanted to throw that out there because a lot of things people don't realize that what you watch on Netflix
is
a big part of your life.
Yeah,
what you listen to,
everything.
Big part of your life.
It goes into your subconscious, isn't it, as well?
What is one of your Netflix go-tos right now?
Honestly, my family is so big on movies that I don't even have a go-to. We watch like a new movie every other night. I have a list of movies that I just go through. So I don't have a go-to.
You're a movie guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, we're constantly switching
I'm a series person.
Really?
Now, so I'm more serious. I'm preferring series over movies at the moment.
Really?
But yeah.
Yeah, no.
What type of movies do you like?
What type of
movies do you like? What type of movies?
My family is huge on scary movies. Anything thriller, horror, that's all we do.
Thrillers, but not horrors.
Thrillers is my cut off point.
Really? Yeah, no, that's literally all we do. It's fun for us.
Nah, man.
That ain't fun, man.
Nah, that's not it. Alright, cool. We found out. Okay, so we already found out a little bit more about you. Yeah. Now let's go into why we're here. Yeah, we know 5-0, 4 knockouts, just on the weekend. Another highlight reel keep popping up on my Twitter feed. How are you feeling right now as a fighter? Like where's your mind at right now? Where's the energy at? How are you feeling?
I mean, after that knockout, I feel like on top of the world. Because it wasn't against a guy that was like a slouch. Everyone, I didn't say this obviously before the fight, but everyone was saying you got to watch out for this guy. He's he's good. He's got a good right hand. He's got this. He's got that. So a lot of people didn't believe that I was going to win. And I unfortunately saw some comments before the fight that was like, hey, if Nico's going to lose, it's going to be to this guy right here. So all that
we need those people.
Yeah, I hated it. But with all that being said, having gotten rid of him in the fashion I did makes me feel all the more powerful, better.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Of course. And that's it wasn't just any knockout as well. It was highlight reel worthy. Yeah. Which I'm sure always it makes me feel good when I get a highlight reel knockout. So I'm glad and I'm happy for you.
It's a feeling and it's a lot of work that leads up to it.
But you know what? You're always gonna get these naysayers, the non-believers. You're always gonna have it.
Always.
Yeah. Due to your lineage as well, people expect. There's always gonna be doubters.
Always.
I'm not worried about the naysayers because I mean, with some of these guys that just don't believe, And that goes for like a lot of boxers, not just myself, but like for some of these guys who don't believe in me, that kind of thing. I could fight Canelo tomorrow and knock him out, and they would still say something. They'll never believe.
Yeah,
very true.
I'm not worried about those guys.
Yeah, we can't, and that keeps the sport going. If there was no haters, the sport wouldn't run. No, like we know this.
Be two sides to everything.
So we're gonna go back to the beginning quickly. You grew up in Chicago, right? You're from Chicago.
Yeah, I was born in Chicago, but I really grew up in Vegas. I left Chicago when I was like
Okay. How was it growing up in Vegas? I actually lived in Vegas for a couple years. Really? I started my professional career in the States, so I lived in Vegas. How do you find it actually living out there and growing up there?
I loved it. Everyone would think Vegas, they think of the Strip, but I never saw the Strip really growing up. If you live in Vegas, you don't go to the Strip often.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, so I had a great childhood growing up. It was a lot of fun. Vegas is safe. It's a lot more safe than Chicago. That's why I kind of got away from Chicago, because Chicago's real violent, especially now, unfortunately.
I was living in the Summerlin area in Vegas.
Oh, really? No, that's super nice. I love the Summerlin. That's where I went to high school, in that area.
Oh, okay. See, I'm in your bits. I was in your.
Yeah, that's a nice area.
And but what about the amateur circuit, the amateur boxing circuit in Vegas? How does that look? What does that look like? Because I've never seen the amateur side of things. We always see the pros, the MGM Grands, the big events. What is it like starting off at that grassroots level?
I thought because Vegas is the capital for boxing everywhere. So I thought for amateur boxing it would be like packed, but it wasn't at all. I mean, at least not for me. I had to travel to Chicago for fights. I had to travel to Arizona for fights, LA for fights. Sometimes I made that travel and didn't even get a fight, and then I had to go straight back home. Ooh, so it was rough getting fights.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Okay, I've always thought about that, but I'm glad to know that I didn't want to have an amateur career out there, because I would have.
Maybe it was just me, but Vegas was not the spot to be turning amateur.
What weight were you like around those times when you were struggling to find fights, traveling? Like what weight?
Oh man, I was chunky back in the day. I was 168.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was a chubby kid back in the day.
And then you went and lost all the weight. Now you're in shape.
Yeah, no, I guess I just got taller. So it just kind of evened out around my body.
No, I hear you, man. This is good. This is really like the things I wanted to find out. Next question that I bring to you. Dream holiday. Where is somewhere you haven't been, you wish to go?
Ooh. Honestly, there's this place in Italy. I don't know where it is. It's like where all the buildings are like tannish white, and then the ocean is blue.
I think Santorini.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
Go there one day. It used to be Africa.
Florence,
Santorini's on my list as well.
Santorini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, yeah. No, I would love to go there. My dream vacation has always been Africa, but I went to Africa when I was a kid and I loved it. So I would love to go back. So I'd be cheating.
Where did you go? Where did you go in Africa?
I went to South Africa.
Oh, okay,
we went to like Johannesburg, Cape Town. We went on a safari. It was fun.
Okay, nice. So Santorini, people that didn't know before, now you know. If you're gonna give him free tickets to fly somewhere, make sure it's heading over there. Yeah,
that's right.
We said, did you have a question for him? I'll put you.
No,
I see you looking. I see you looking at something.
Checking, yeah.
All right.
No,
cool.
yeah. See, in terms of the boxing scene in Vegas, do you think it's getting bigger or is it stagnant at the moment?
I honestly think boxing is getting bigger, but I may be biased because I'm in it and it feels like the world around me is just getting bigger and bigger. But
Yeah. Now, what about
I
in
don't
Vegas?
I
Is
don't
Vegas
believe
still the home?
that boxing's
It's still the
dead
hub?
at all.
No, it's not dead at all. No way.
Yeah.
I think this year's been one of the best years of boxing ever.
I think so too. I think so too. And I think
The last
maybe
2
because
years.
of COVID, people didn't get to see the fights, and they've been
Yeah.
itching, waiting to see
And
them.
it's forced fights to happen. It's forced the big fights to happen.
Yeah, it is.
No, so we're in a great time for boxing.
That's why boxing's on the rise again right now, which is great.
Currently, who's your favorite fighter to watch?
My number one favorite fighter, hands down, is Canelo.
Yeah.
Oh, this is same as this guy. Same as this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned him.
So he's my favorite fighter right now. I think it might be Bud, you know.
Bud.
I
Crawford?
think, you know, yeah, just because I just like how he fights. You know, I know people.
He's one of those people too that no one beats him right now in his weight class. Yeah, I call him an alien. He's just an alien in the sport of boxing. No one wants to be near him. You just don't want, because he's just an animal. He's that guy.
What do you think of him and Spence? You think he beat Spence?
I do. And I've watched Spence long before I watched Crawford. But it's just my opinion now. Spence is talented. One of the best in his weight class. If not like second. But Crawford is he's just no one to mess around with. Not right now.
Sure. Special man.
It's the switching.
The
way he can switch.
He's working with 2 playbooks.
Evenly.
Yeah, evenly. That's the thing.
What is impressive. Do you know what I mean? That's why, I don't know. I just feel like if I'm trying to look at the style that me near my best or at my best, it's like Crawford. I look like Crawford. That's what I think.
And his last fight here in Vegas was Sean Porter. He gave him a fight, and I knew he would, but still, he made it look easy towards the end.
Yeah.
That's just how Crawford does it.
He just upped the gear, found out that the scorecards were a bit, you know, not in his favor.
I saw that video.
And he looked at him and he said, what?
He's got that mean streak that like a lot of people don't have.
That's facts.
What do you think of the heavyweight division right now? We know the UK. Obviously, we're from the UK, so we got love for what's going on in the heavyweight division. What do you think? Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, the recent fight with Dillian White. What's your views on that?
Man, I think the heavyweight division right now is great, and it hasn't been like this for a while, to my understanding. But right now, with like you've got Joshua, you've got Fury, you've got Dillian White, you've got Deontay Wilder, Usyk. I mean, these are guys that like are, one, fun to watch, and two, they're the best. So I would really be sad if that was Fury's last fight.
You want to see him in there with Wilder? You want to see him in there with Usyk? You want to see him in there with AJ?
I want to see him in there with Usyk.
Yeah, same. That's who I prefer over AJ.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same. I don't know if I prefer it over AJ.
Yeah, I want to see Usyk.
Everyone wanted to see the AJ fight.
Fury.
I think I'd still rather see Fury versus AJ.
Yeah,
really?
Even though it wouldn't make the undisputed championship. Yeah, I think just because those guys need
the matchup would be probably the best.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm from the UK. You're from the UK. Who's the best guy from the UK of our generation?
Right.
For me, I just want to see skill set, innit? I want to see skill set.
Yeah, you want to I see. Yeah, of course.
Fury versus Usyk is going to be off the radar skill wise, yeah. Chess masters against chess.
Obviously, I'm not arguing. I'll watch both. Yeah, we're gonna watch
But that's what I'm talking about. Like any of those fights, when you can match Usyk up with Wilder, or Wilder up with Joshua, or Joshua up with Tyson, it's like that. Those are the fights that need to be made. You know,
big fights.
That's why it's so
true,
good.
man.
The heavyweight division right now is in great hands.
It's exciting. It's exciting. All right, now I'm gonna bore you a little bit. I'm sure you've had these questions a long time in your life. How does it feel? We know who your grandfather is, the greatest of all time, the man that's achieved so much in and so much outside of the ring. How is it carrying his name? What does it make you feel like, knowing that's the heritage, that's the bloodline that you come from? What does it do for you as Nico Ali Walsh?
Honestly, I don't understand it fully, but what I do see is that like when I get in the ring and people are shouting Ali and stuff,
Yeah.
and I
That
see
was
how much
bad.
people love him, it's like it's very very powerful. So it's great that I've got something so important to people to continue because it's important to me.
Yeah.
And do you feel pressures or?
I felt it before the first pro fight. I felt it like crazy. I felt
Okay.
like when I was in the dressing room getting ready to walk out for my pro debut, I felt like I was getting ready to walk towards the gallows. Like I wanted to run from out of the stadium. You know, I wanted to run out of the place.
A lot. Yeah.
But since then, it's been smooth sailing. Now that I know it's possible to do what I want to do, it's been fun ever since then.
And do you obviously I know you would watch your grandfather box, but I mean, do you watch him to study? Do you like
I
as
never
much?
watch him to study.
See?
Okay.
I
I
can't.
thought so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought so.
cannot repeat him. I cannot repeat him.
Yeah.
I watch him to be entertained, but he did everything conventionally wrong, and I'm like, I can't watch this for
It's like that's how I feel. Like Roy Jones is my favorite fighter,
Yes.
and I can't watch Roy and really
Yeah,
learn.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just watching him the other day, and I was like, I'm watching to be entertained. I cannot be watching to try and replicate what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Because there's
True,
certain
this-
fighters that you can't do what they're doing. I'm not going to watch Nassim Hamed, do backflips in the ring and try to replicate that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
That's true.
let them be. Yeah, you gotta
Some
let it.
people are just anomalies, isn't it?
Ooh, no, that's good asking you that, man. Because I thought that you don't study.
No, I
See a
can't.
little shuffle though.
Little shuffle. I see you shuffle.
I wish I studied him. My shuffle could have been 10 times better. I did not
No,
practice
but
at all.
it looked fluid. It looked fluid.
Really?
It looked like you was forcing it.
I didn't even practice that.
Nah,
It
so I
came out
don't
of
need to,
nowhere.
man. That's exactly that. You
Listen.
can see that though. That was good.
Cooling down every camp, every training session, just shuffle it out. Shuffle it out.
Right. I do it on the
You'd be
jump
good.
rope a little bit because that's
Yeah.
that's kind of part of our training. But yeah, that came out of nowhere.
That's good, man. It was good.
And training wise, talking about training, we're gonna link into training. Your head coach at the moment is
His name's Richard T. Sloan. He's also from the UK.
right.
Okay.
I understand he's good friends with my publicist Geraldine Davis,
Yes.
who kindly set this up. Thank you, Geraldine. Appreciate it.
Yes.
How is it working? How is it working with Richard Sloan?
We click. He used to be in Joe Frazier's camp, which is funny
Okay.
because my family loves Joe Frazier. My family loves Joe Frazier. My grandfather loved Joe Frazier, even though they had probably the best rivalry in sports.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But it's interesting because he knows the old-fashioned style of everything,
Yeah.
and I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, so we just work perfectly.
Yeah, it works.
So would he have been working alongside Eddie Futch at that time when he was with Fraser?
He was living with Joe Frazier and in his camps. He was in Lennox Lewis's camp as well.
Okay.
He was with Emmanuel Stewart. He's been around in the boxing scene, but Joe Frazier was his guy. He was one of the pallbearers at his funeral, and it's crazy how I'm working now with one of Joe's prodigies.
Life,
Life in it.
Life just brings you round. Like you don't
it's so
even.
weird.
And you spent a little time training with Sugar Hill as well, right? Did you train with
Yes,
Sugar
no,
Hill
I
for a
love
bit?
Suge. Suge is family. And I worked with him for my first 3 fights. Obviously he's Tyson's trainer, so he's got a ton on his plate with Tyson.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does make sense. It's intense, man.
It's intense.
Those camps and
Forefront of boxing as well.
yeah.
It doesn't
Heavyweight
get
champion of the
bigger than the
world.
heavyweight
Yeah.
champ.
It doesn't.
No, it's true, man. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, we touch on the boxing. We're gonna take a step away from the boxing again. I want to know 3 items that you can't live without.
Oh, you know what? The first one I thought of, I hate to say this, but it's my phone.
Yeah.
But I need to explain why. Why.
Cool. We got the platform, do you think?
It's because I contact all my family out of state with my phone all the time. I'm texting my cousins. I'm texting my great-grandmother, my aunts all the time. So if I didn't have my phone, I'd be away from family. So my phone is number one. With that.
Okay.
No, I can't live without it all.
Yeah, you need it. You know you need it.
Okay, well, phone is a good one for that sake of staying in contact.
See, I got him thinking.
Yeah, no, this is rough. I'm like,
what's something that you realize you need? You're just like, you know what? Part of my life, I always go to this item. Like, I need this. So we know the phone.
Could it be a dog?
Yeah, it could be.
I know that's kind of cheating, but
no, it's not.
I'll say my dog, because I'm always with my dog. Even during training camps, I'm always with my dog. And then the last one will be
what dog do you have? Sorry,
I have a Doberman, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that Doberman.
When I was a little kid and I would go visit my grandfather at his gym and stuff, he had a bunch of Dobermans, and one of his Dobermans' names was Champ. So I ended up getting a Doberman a couple years ago and named him Champ, just to kind of keep it.
Nice. I see you.
Definitely my Doberman. And I don't know. Third item. This is hard.
It is.
I really don't care. I don't have items like that. You know?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, let's say your boxing gloves.
Yes. You know what? Let's just say gym bag. My gym bag.
Yeah. We all can relate to that. We can relate.
Essential.
We can relate to that.
Essential.
Okay, see, I told you I'd get you thinking, though. I told you.
No, that was tough.
This past weekend, we saw the unified super featherweight champion in Shakur Stevenson, defeating Oscar Valdez in a quite a large points win. What do you make of the division, that fight, Shakur? What's next for Valdez? What's your overview on that one?
First off, I respect both those guys so much. It's crazy. So, with boxing, you're always trying to pick a side and hate the other side. Boxing is very tribal. But that was not the case at all with this fight. So I really like both those guys. But I always knew Shakur is one of the pound for pound best. I always knew that because his ring IQ is out of this world. So I knew he was going to win the fight, but I knew that Oscar would give him a fight, and he did. He probably gave him his best fight of any opponent. And, I mean,
he came to fight. It's just he met the better man on the day.
No, that's it. And that's exactly what Oscar said. He doesn't make excuses. He's not, he's never the type to say, he did this, he did that. No, he was straight up like, hey, listen, he was the better man tonight. I'm going back, and I'll be back. And he will. So that weight division is in good hands with just those two guys alone.
Yeah, no, it's good to. And how did it feel being on the show? How did it feel being part of the
It's an honor. I think that was one of the biggest fights. That's definitely one of the highlight fights of the year. At least the first half of the year. Because everyone was talking about it. And just a huge boxing fight. So being a part of that was pretty awesome. It was a huge honor for me.
No, that's
what made you sign with Top Rank?
If I was ever, I always knew I wanted to turn pro with boxing, but I'm so big on following tradition and following the footsteps of my grandfather. My own thing. My grandfather's promoter was Bob Arum. Arum's first promoted fight was my grandfather. So I was like, if I'm getting into boxing, I want to be with the same guy my grandfather was with. So that's what set it up. And he's known my family obviously for years. So it was just a perfect fit.
So are you looking for the Adidas sponsorship?
I said, what?
They're looking for Adidas. Adidas.
Oh man. I love Adidas so much. My grandfather had so many different deals.
I can imagine.
That's probably why I love all these companies and stuff. I love Adidas. Everyone he worked with, I ended up loving because I saw the way they treated me, my family, and him.
Yeah.
So are you looking for that? Are you looking for that sponsor for yourself? Or are you gonna go the Nike route? You're gonna upset everybody and go over to Nike.
You know what? I love Nike boxing shoes. Are probably the best boxing shoes for me. I love how they feel. They just feel like those older shoes that are. I love them. But Adidas is the best. My favorite brand of like. If I had to pick any brand, just because I know how they treated my grandfather.
Okay,
and they treated us.
So you're loyal. That's what you're saying. You're a loyal guy.
Yeah, I'm loyal. That's all.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
And outside of boxing, what are your favorite sports? What do you like to tune into? What teams you supporting? Like, what's your thing?
Honestly, I'm like an absolute one-trick pony. Outside of boxing, I don't watch any sports at all.
What?
Not football?
Yeah. No.
I don't watch any sports. I mean, aside from combat sports, because I'll tune into UFC events.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, boxing's it. I mean, it's outside of boxing, all I do is watch movies.
Okay.
That's all.
And where do you train at in Vegas? You train at City Athletic? You train at the top ranked gym?
I go to City, and then I go to the top ranked gym. It's 90% top ranked gym, and then 10% City. Those are the only gyms I go to train, unless I'm going out looking for sparring.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't been to the top rank gym. Have you trained?
No, I haven't been to top rank gym. I don't even know exactly where it is.
It's been packed. It's been packed. I mean, people love going. Canelo's there right now.
Okay.
But obviously, his sessions are private.
Yeah. The whole gym, curtains closed.
Yes.
Everything. And what we're talking about, one of the best years of so far in boxing, I think. Best because we've come out of lockdown. We've seen some big fights across the divisions. You know, the return of some of the pound for pound best. But what fights do you want to see before this year is done? It can be, you can include yourself as well. But any weight fights that you want to see before the end of the year.
Ooh, I would love to see Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. You're not going to see that at the end of this year. You're not. But I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Devin Haney's fighting Kambosos.
Yeah.
That's already made, but I'm dying to see that.
How do you think that fight's going to go?
Yeah.
I got to pick Devin. But it's like I'm so biased because I've known Devin's boxing gym in Vegas was the first boxing gym I've ever signed up for. You know, it was the first boxing I took serious. So I've known him and his dad for many, many years. But I know he's skilled enough to beat Kambosos.
Yeah.
But
you know, it's scary. He's fighting away from home. If it goes to points, then
I know.
Can he get a points win?
It's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be an easy fight. But it'll be a great fight. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It will be a great fight.
Yeah.
There was another matchup I was thinking about. I mean, Tyson's out of the picture now. I mean, at least he says so.
But
I would love to see Deontay Wilder fight Joshua.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I would
want
love
to see that.
Yeah.
Who's your money on?
See, I like them both so much, but I think Wilder has that one.
Yeah.
You think Wilder beats AJ?
It's a tough one, man.
But you know that's the funny thing about heavyweight boxing is that you can have
a prediction. The people at home think.
Look what
but it means nothing. It means nothing.
No.
You know, heavyweight boxing is like you have a prediction, the guy's winning the whole fight, and then one punch, and then it's over.
Boom, done.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can have a prediction, but that's all it is. It's just a guess. It's just a prediction.
Yeah, it's just a prediction.
That one, I do want to see that one.
I would love to see that.
I want to see that one, and I think it should. Where should that fight take place? In the States.
It should take place
in the States,
but it won't.
I think Joshua's big enough in the States. I think he's big enough over here that
he is. But look what happened last time when he went to the States.
Yeah, he don't want to come back there.
He don't want to go back there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, in terms of your career now.
Yeah.
Say, I know in your mind, you want to be a world champion at a specific time. Say 2 years, 3 years time from now. When have you got planned to try and get that opportunity to fight for a belt, a big belt?
Honestly, the biggest thing right now is staying active. Like my next fight is already planned. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but
don't say it if you ain't allowed to.
My next fight's already planned, and it'll be within the next 40 days, 45 days.
Okay, good.
But I love that. That's what it's all about. You know, inactivity breaks down every fighter.
That's true. And you're keeping it old school as well. Constantly fighting. Always, that's good.
No, that activity is key. It's key. It's number one. That's Canelo's thing.
Yes.
That's what makes him so dangerous.
That's why, you know, he's active more than, you know, a lot of these guys, and he's the best. So it's weird.
Yeah.
But you love to see that. I personally love to see him fighting so frequently. People want to see it.
That's what we used to see anyway.
That's what we used to see, and that's like how the sport was. And then you end up fighting once a year, twice a year.
Big money came in.
Yeah.
But now, so when do you see yourself? Have you set like a mental goal of when you expect to win that world championship, or are you just letting the journey be the journey and just flowing with it?
I'm letting the journey be the journey. I know I'm going to get to that point. I don't care what the timeline is. I just know I want to get there. So
he's only 21.
Yeah, he's 21. Yeah,
so it's like,
and I haven't even been. You know, my career's been moving at like the speed of a train. It's just these 5 fights, everything that's been going on, and I haven't even been a pro boxer for a year. I've been in boxing for 10 months or something like that. So it hasn't even been a year yet. So we've got some time, but I know I'm where I want to be.
Yeah, in good motion.
And what my final question to you, I like to ask people this question is, I've asked you 3 items you can't live without. Now I'm going to ask you 3 things that you live by. 3 things that makes you the man you are. When you step out in the morning, that's my things.
Well, first off, morals is number one.
Many people don't have those nowadays. Many people don't have those.
A lot of people don't. But morals is my number one. I can't. I will personally feel guilty if I break my personal morals. So morals is 1. Discipline is 2. Because, I mean, even outside of boxing, if you're not disciplined, if you're always quitting or taking shortcuts, your life will just get harder. So...
True.
Morals, discipline, and spirituality. Okay. So being close to some higher power, whatever you believe or don't believe in, being close to something else. That is what I wake up every day with. Those 3. Those were easy for me.
They're strong. Yeah. That's 3 strong ones though.
Yeah.
And they all kind of link.
Yeah, they all link.
They all link.
Yeah, they do. They do.
No, man. Listen, and wait, Lee, have you got any more questions?
Any UK fighters you got your eye on in your weight division?
Ooh.
Oh man.
He put him on blast. Lee said,
I don't know. There's so many UK guys, but I don't know about my division.
Felix Cash.
Felix Cash is one of them. Yeah, but he won't be on his.
Not yet.
No, I've got some time before I'm fighting, you know.
Yeah, these guys.
What I do need to do, though, I need a fight in the UK, and I already spoke with Aram about that. I need a fight in the UK, hopefully by the end of this year.
Yeah, it's important. Come over here. Get some traction, give them a shuffle.
I know Sky Sports was the network over here that's showing top rank fights. And I'm on the UK promotion that shows the fight, Sky Sports, so I'm sure I will end up meeting up.
Yeah, hopefully you can get on the same card.
We'll be on the same card. We could be on the same card.
End of the year, same card.
That would be something
that would be good.
And then we just go straight from the fight into another interview. Thanks, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Honestly, but it's been great having you on. I know the time difference. You got up early in the morning to do this, so I'm grateful. What are you doing for the rest of the day? What you got left for the day now?
I've got one more interview later tonight, but for the rest of the day, I'm just with family. I still have family in town from my fight, so we're hanging out, having a good time.
Okay.
Blessings, man. Blessings, and I hope you're having a good Eid. I hope you had a good Eid.
Thank you.
As well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's important. And yeah, man, thanks for coming on the show. Any shout outs before you go? Anything you want to shout out?
Honestly, just shout out to everyone who supported me and is continuing supporting me. Shout out to the haters as well, because at the end of the day, that's just more
fuel for the fire.
More buzz. You know, we can't do it without the haters. We got to give them some love.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, thank you everyone for supporting.
From Lee, from Nico, from myself, love to the haters, and we're out.
Bless people.
Yeah, love.